Apologies. Closing the shop for my own selfish desires.
Zappa's wife, Zippa. Do we really need to be told it's his wife again? I guess maybe you could have gone through another world without talking to her, but still. I've had to listen to ye for the longest time, and I did not want to hear ye say it's foolish now. Never mind that, dear. So, you're really going?
Aye. Now that I did not have the shop no more, like say, it's time to finish what we started long ago. You stay here and wait for Karsh's return.
It's already been 3 years. These years haven't been too good to us. Our best patrons, the Dragoons, disappear. The Pore military gets on our arses. Well, since we've had such bad luck till now, I'm sure things will be good here on out. Our son's probably fine as well.
Aye.
Zippa, any more thoughts on this? You're all travelers, aren't you? Have you seen our son anywhere? His name is Karsh. Well, I haven't really traveled around this world that much. He's a pretty rough character, but he's a good boy. It's tough having a son who's a knight. You never know when he just might come back as a ghost in armor. I wonder what could have happened at the Dead Sea if I could see my son again. I didn't ask for anything else. Oh, I'm sorry to make you feel blue. You're not the first. Well, if you ever find him, just tell him to come back for a little while. Now I do feel a little blue. Zappa, can you cheer me up a little bit?
Radius, it's been a while. How fares the village? You need not worry about the village. There are bigger things to concern us.
I knew you had something to say.
I'm guessing you're no from around here. Do you ken a thing called the rainbow? It's a superb material that can be forged into anything. I'm thinking of searching for this rainbow. You wouldn't mind if I joined you, eh?
Oh, hell yeah, you can join me. You should be big and strong, but I said the same thing about Greco, didn't I? But we're letting you join nonetheless.
Aye, great. Then I'll give ye a wee token.
This is probably worth having him in the party, even if you never use him.
Use this anytime, and I'll find ye and do my job anywhere ye are. I give my word.
And we have received the Smith's Spirit. Oh, and by the way, Zappa has joined our party. Zappa is going to stick with his name. We will kick Harl out again. He is red, and that is good because we don't have anybody that we have access to that is in a color red right now. You have anything to say about this? Dear, just be careful out there. Well, I guess that's something. Let's take a closer look at Zappa, though. He still has one eye, but that doesn't affect his accuracy too much. We'll take a look at his comparative stats here. His strength is awesome, 27 compared to Lynx's 24. His resistance, not that great. It's on par with Radius. His accuracy is actually pretty low, which you might expect from a guy with no depth perception. But his agility is really, really low. He is not an evasive guy. His magic is bad. His magic resistance is bad. He is pretty much your standard, just high damage dealer in terms of physical damage only character. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a tank, though, because he doesn't have all that much defense. But he can do a lot of damage. He wields a giant hammer. It's a war hammer, to say the least. He's an obstinate blacksmith. He is 52 years old and male. He's from the Xenon mainland. He's 5'8", 181 pounds. His build is solid and he is right-handed. His stamina recovery is bad, as you might expect. He is slow. He is a slow guy. That is not what I wanted at all. I keep on thinking I can just hit left and it'll go to the right, but that is not the case here. He has the Great Hammer. And I can't really unequip it, so I can't really tell you what level it is, but his attack is very high. It's 44 compared to Link's 41. Considering how overpowered I feel Link's is, Zappa's right up there. But then again, his magic's probably not going to be that good. He does come with Iron Mail, so maybe the Great Hammer is iron as well. And then we can take a look at his elements. He does come with 2 techs already. Level 3 is Hammer Blow. Beat the earth to rattle your foe. You would think it would be more effective to just hit your opponent, but maybe trying to hit the earth will help out as well. And then we have Hammer Throw. Spin like a top to knock foes flying. This does hit all foes. If I remember right, this is one of the more entertaining techs, even though it doesn't necessarily sound as entertaining as, let's say, digging up dog crap and flinging it at your foes. But we'll give him a shot. We will test him out at least a little bit, and we'll have Harlan in the party for the time being. I think that'll work just fine. Oh, we also got the item that's actually more important to me. We got the Smith Spirit. Wherever there's a customer, a blacksmith will be there. Just summon the Master Smith Spirit. And unfortunately, I can't really do that right now. It does require a Record of Fate or at the world map. So pretty much the same spot that you can use the teleporter, you can use the Smith Spirit. So even though we couldn't upgrade at the blacksmith shop, we don't need a blacksmith shop anymore. We have a blacksmith that runs really funny. Maybe it's just the angle? I don't know. Maybe it's just the angle of where we are, because we kind of have to stunt as we go back here to a significantly smaller house, I do have to say. Hey, I think I know you. Are you who I think you are? Can I talk to him, game? There we go. Phew. This is Van's father, Go. You're significantly skinnier than I remember. Are you Van's friends? He's over in the back room. Is that all you have to say about that? Yeah, that's all he has to say. You walk into an artist's shop and his first thought is, oh, you're here to see my son, aren't you? Yeah, this place does not look as luxurious as it did before, does it? At least knock before you enter. I didn't. How you doing? Are you guys tourists? If you want, I'll be willing to guide you around. Of course, there's a small fee involved. I think it's a bargain. How about it? And we will hire Van. Now, Van is one of the more interesting characters to me in terms of their overall design, because if you remember, the first Van that we met in another world wanted to be an artist because his dad was a businessman. This Van, his dad is an artist. This one's a little different. Just keep that in mind. You got it. That is... Huh? Uh-oh. You've had long enough to pay your debts, and I'm not going to wait any longer. Either you pay up now, or I'll have you move out of this house. But what will happen to me and my son? That's none of my concern. I just want to make this place into my personal storage for my precious treasures. Hey, wait, I'll pay that debt. Well, this is amusing. How is our little Mr. Van today? How much have you saved from your allowance? None of your business. This is what I got. This won't even pay off the interest. Better luck next time. Just wait a little bit more. I'll be able to get the money you need. What are you planning to do, little Van? Don't waste your energy on something stupid. I'm going with these guys to search for the frozen flame. So please, wait just a little longer. Just listen to you. You're pretty bright, but you're still just a kid. It's so naive of you to believe in such a fairy tale like the frozen flame. Don't you know anything about RPGs? Every rumor is true. Of course it's a joke, isn't it? No, we're serious. And we're going to bring him along. I don't know where he found out that we were going to go find that, but he's a smart little kid. We're serious about this. Amazing. You actually believe that legend? Are you people crazy or something? Not a bad joke, though. The frozen flame is supposed to be the treasure of all treasures. Even if it's just a legend, there's something very tempting about it. All right, I will wait a little longer. Have the frozen flame ready by the time I come back here. Be careful not to burn yourself. Although you'll probably never find it. How arrogant of her to push us around just because we're poor. If only we had money. If only we had money. This never would have happened. So, this Van's dad is an artist, and he's the responsible businessman. Hey, Van, none of that. Besides, even though we don't have money. I don't want to hear that from you, Dad. Where are we going to live as of tomorrow? We're out of money because we're not selling any of the paintings we have in this room. I'm sorry, Van. These pictures are just not good enough to sell yet. I only want to sell pieces that I'm satisfied with to those who understand my work. Fine. Then I'm going to be the one to find us a place to live. Do you enjoy watching family disputes? There's absolutely positively nothing here, so there's no point hanging around. Thanks. Thank you for going along with my bogus story. Oh, you were making it up? We are actually looking for the frozen flame, though. I think it's a pretty good picture, so why doesn't it sell? Dad isn't too active about selling his work. He says cocky things like he'll only sell to those who understand his work. Oh well, I guess I'll have to come up with the money myself. Okay, let's see. My piggy bank is... Yep, it's here. Okay, the money's in here too. Now, the hardest part is finding a place to live. Next we have Dad's homemade paint color, El Nido Blue. Painting the sea in this color gives it the smell of salt water, supposedly. If I were Dad, I would have sold this paint by itself and made a fortune off of it. This seashell. Mom. The only remaining reminder between me and Mom is this shell. It's cracked. Can't even hear the sound of the sea. But I remember it all. Mom found this shell and held it gently to my ear. I remember that sound and the sound of the sea. I also had a fit because I couldn't take home the sandcastle I made that day. And now we have to move out of the house Mom and I lived in. But don't worry, Mom. I'll take good care of Dad for you.